Hey guys, Justin here with AmericanMuscle.com, and if you're looking for one of the most affordable ways to slap a very unique set of quarter window louvers on your 2011 and newer Charger at home, well then look no further than the SpeedForm option shown here today in the very cool carbon fiber finish. Now, materials will consist of a vacuum-formed ABS plastic along with that carbon fiber appearance and all of the 3M automotive tape needed for the install for right around $100 for the pair. So quarter window louvers are one of those mods I would say most owners like to add to their car because of the retro styling it tends to bring to the table. And on top of that, they always pair well with other similar modifications such as a set of rear window louvers. Now you can find these quarter window options here on the site in a few different flavors, but the ones that we have here on the table today, I would say due to the more kind of angular nature of the design along with that carbon fiber appearance, these are gonna fall more into that more modern side of the category compared to maybe some of the more retro styled options we have on the site. Regardless, at the end of the day, guys, feel free to check out the rest of our selection here. Got quite a few to choose from at AM before pulling the trigger or making your decision. But now let's get into the construction and materials here of the SpeedForm options, because at first glance, looks can certainly be deceiving here. Now these guys actually start out life as a set of vacuum formed ABS plastic louvers, which is gonna be equal parts lightweight and durable. Now at that point, the louvers go through a process known as hydro dipping. And basically that's gonna deliver this very, very realistic carbon fiber look. But my favorite part is you're getting that look, you're getting that really cool appearance for roughly a fraction of the price of a real carbon fiber appearance part. So again, really delivering that look, but still keeping things pretty budget friendly overall. Hey, speaking of price, this is a great time to mention another feature of the SpeedForm options here is the very affordable price tag when we're talking about a louver as unique as this. I mean, for right around $100 again for the pair, you're getting that very modern angular look along with that really cool carbon fiber appearance. And it certainly is one of the more affordable ways to really change up the look of your Charger at home. All right, last but not least, guys, let's get into the install here. And for the most part, you're looking at a simple peel and stick job. So figure 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, maybe 30 minutes of your time to complete from start to finish. As always with something like this, the most important part of the job will be your prep work. So you're really gonna wanna make sure you clean the area first pretty thoroughly. Using those alcohol prep pads, you're gonna wanna really use that adhesion promoter here to make sure these guys stay in place at all times. But now to give you a better look at how this install might go down at home, feel free to check out our detailed walkthrough now.
The tools you'll need for this project are a utility knife or razor blade and some rubbing alcohol. And you'll also need to source some sort of window cleaner. Hi everyone, today we're installing a set of quarter window louvers on our Charger, so let's get started. All right, first thing we're going to need to do is make sure that our window is clean so that the tape can adhere to the window properly. Now we've already cleaned our window with glass cleaner, but one thing I like to do as well is go over it one more time with an alcohol pad, especially just to make sure that we've got all residual chemicals removed from the window. So you just want to go around the edge where the tape is going to be sticking and give that a couple of minutes to actually set up. Now these louvers are side specific, so you want to make sure that you've got the correct louver for the side of the vehicle that you're working on. And what you're going to want to do is use the supplied double-sided tape that comes with the kit, and you're going to apply this around the edge of the back side of the louver. To do that, just start unrolling the tape, and we're going to run it along the edges of the louver. Now when you get to the edge, you're going to use something like a utility knife or a razor blade, something very sharp, and just go ahead and cut that off. Make sure you press this down pretty tight, and then apply the next piece. We'll trim that and move to the next side. Now, once you've got the tape applied to the back side of the louver, we can go ahead and test fit this, make sure it fits correctly, and so we know exactly how we're going to place this on the vehicle. So let's go ahead and do that now. So we're just going to go ahead and place this in the spot where we want it to go so that we've got an idea of where it's going to sit on the window and how we're going to apply it. Once you're sure that that's where it's going to go ahead and start removing the backing off of the tape. Now, since we're not going to make this a permanent addition to our vehicle, we're not going to remove all of the backing material. But one thing I do recommend that you do is when you remove the backing material, don't take off all of the backing itself. Take off a little bit off of each piece in each of the corners. That way, when you go to put it on, you can just pull the backing material away and the louver stays in place on the window. So like I said, since we're not going to make this a permanent addition to our vehicle, I'm not going to remove all the backing, but I have pulled it back on a couple of the corners here. So now what you'll do is just place it in the corner. Once you've got it started in place, then you can go ahead and remove the backing material simply by pulling it away. That way it stays in place where you want it to go, and you not have to shift it around. So you don't have to worry about misplacing it. So you're going to do this on all four sides where you've got it applied. And then once you've got it done, press down along all the edges, nice and firm, to help it stick. Now, the other thing I do recommend is that when you apply this tape to the window, make sure that you're in a temperature of at least 60 degrees Fahrenheit. That'll help it stick even better. And that'll complete your install of your louvers, and now you can repeat this process for the other side. And that wraps up our review and install of the SpeedForm Quarter Window Louvers with the carbon fiber look for your 11 to 23 Charger. Thanks for watching, and remember, for all things Charger, keep it right here at AmericanMuscle.com.